Alrighty, here we are with all the Gagliardi stuff. You guys are dirty, got some lens flare, but we're here to look at that today. So they got it fired up, pulled out, and we're gonna give her a little bit of a once-over look and see what we think. Alrighty, so it's a, if I remember correctly, he said it's a late 70s, early 80s D6D. And it's all set up for logging. It's got a winch on the back, an arch. Looks like it's not a bad looking little dozer. It's got plenty of grousers on it. Looks like the sprockets are okay. I don't really know on the rails and the rollers. The rollers look like they're fine. Doesn't have a cable on the winch. I got a drawbar. In this country, a winch can actually be a good thing because it opens you up to doing logging and stuff. Sprockets look okay. Rails on this side look okay. Rollers look okay. Needs the damn undercarriage cleaned off a little bit, but it looks like it's got all the guards and everything there. Oh God. Cool. So it's got the spin-on filter set up on the injection pump. A little bit dirty in there. Look like got a little bit of a hydraulic leak on that valve body up there, it looks like. Got a U-blade on it, which I guess for what, who goes there? Which I guess for what we're going to be doing will be okay. U-blades usually used for pushing a lot of dirt. Probably going to have to put a set of cutting edges on it within the first year. She's had some hard facing done to her. The tilt cylinder's leaking. Matter of fact, almost looks like the freaking seal for the tilt cylinder's out of it. Looks like gonna have to repack that cylinder. Doesn't look like there's any scoring on the chrome or anything on that one. Got a brand new starter on it, I know that. Phew, she's got one heck of a leak going on there somewhere. That hydraulic hose to this cylinder's leaking. You can see it right there. It comes out over to here. That's probably the up down. Leaking right on top of the engine, so that's good. But the honest to goodness thing though is you can't be too terribly picky. The guy could be very picky because of his asking price on it. He said the winch does work. I don't know how much I like that piece of plate up there running across the top. I don't know how much I like that. Definitely needs to have a bath. Looks like if I would have come out and tried to fire it up a little bit ago, I probably would have ended up with a wasp nest erupting on me. So right off the bat, it needs one cylinder repacked. Looks like a second one here. This one here looks like it's got a little bit of oil leak. No real big dings or dents or anything going on there. Looks like the chrome's all okay on the ram. Just have to get them resealed. Heister D6D. Means I'm gonna have to, if I want to use the winch, I'm gonna have to go out and buy some cable for it. This thing, if I remember correctly, takes it's somewhere between 200 and 300 foot of 3/4. Although I think I'd only run about 150 on it. Oh my God, is that the old 370? That is. Ha ha ha. My girl. I used to run the crap out of this machine right here. Was it this one or is it the 270? I could tell you if I could find the part on the thumb that was broken. This thing's got a jalopy together thumb on it. This is my old rig. I ran here at the pit. No, it doesn't have a jalopy together thumb on it. She's high and whited. If I remember correctly, I was running the 270 E8. No, it might have been this one. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. I don't remember it being that tall, honestly. I remember it being a little bit shorter to the ground. Anyway, check the oil. See if she'll start. Everything looked good down there. It's been sitting for quite some time, so I don't expect everything on it to be freaking perfect. Got oil in it. He said he thinks it's been sitting about 4 months. I think it's been sitting longer. I think it's been sitting... When it was growing up in the blackberries back there, I think it's been sitting for quite a bit longer. Huh. Do not operate tag on it. I think his boys forgot to take that off, and the old transfer truck's gone. The one him and I talked about getting. So, what I'm going to say is on this rig right off the bat, probably going to have to do a full service. Probably gonna have to do a engine oil change, at least put hydraulic filters in it. That's right over there. I'm going to do you a solid, Chad, and I'm going to go clean this out. I'm not doing this to be picky or anything. I'm just checking the whole thing out. Put it back together better than I found it. That's just what I do. Now you see, if I had been this particular on that 160, I would have caught a lot of the problems before they became problems, I wouldn't have had or be having the problems that I'm having with it, because I would have caught it right off the bat. I didn't do this level of looking into it on that 160. I was just too damn excited to have my own machine and go out and get on my own jobs, you know. That is the old excavator. I used to run the crap out of that excavator right there in this pit. Just run the ever-loving crap out of it. Yeah. Here, there's a good machine. Almost wonder if it's for sale. I just don't remember it being that tall though, but E8, that is it. That's the old 370. I thought it was a 270. That right there is a quick, fast, sling it around, get her done excavator right there. That's a good one. I wonder if it's back here because it's for sale. I wonder if he'd trade a 160 for it. Anyway, alrighty, hop up here and get that figured out. Well, the big thing is, this right here is a relatively good sized dozer. Probably asking, why would I need something this big? I need something this big. It's gonna need a hydraulic change. That stuff down there don't look too healthy. It was at this very pit I accidentally filled the hydraulic tank on a front end loader full of freaking diesel. That's right, I was one of them idiots that put hydraulic diesel in the hydraulic tank. Good old me. Oh, God. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pop that right there off. I'm going to pull one of the hydraulic filters out and look at it. I'm not going to be able to, I don't think, because of what he's asking for a price. I'm not going to go getting too terribly wild and crazy with him on it. It's just, this tells me what I can and can't expect from this dozer if we pursue it. Yeah, it needs filters. It needs hydraulic filters. At this particular point, it looks like it needs a full hydraulic service done to it. That stuff over there didn't look too terribly good, but it might just be one of them situations they probably get away with just doing hydraulic filters on it. I'm checking out that fuel filter down there. It probably could use a fuel filter. I think right off the bat, I'm going to be into a full set of filters. Air, fuel, hydraulic. Probably want to do an oil change. This hydraulic's leaking right up there. Got one hell of a hydraulic leak going, that's for sure. I don't even know, it's got a do not operate tag on it. He texted me and told me that it was running, And it's got a do not operate tag on it. And that engine compartment is covered in hydraulic fluid. So I am going to be more than willing to bet that it's got a pretty good sized hydraulic leak. I don't want to fire it up and find out that it does. Well, she fired right up. There ain't no leaks. At least yet. I bet you that's one of the things when you pull the blade up, it's going to leak like a son of a gun. So, runs alright. Sounds like anyway. It actually fired right up. I didn't get it on video, but it started pretty dang good. I just think that that one hose is probably, when you pull back on it to pick the blade up, I'd be more than willing to bet that's when it's leaking. It's probably leaking pretty damn good. So I know I'm going to be into it for at least one hose. Repacking all 3 cylinders. Now we'll let it warm up a little bit, and then we'll pick the blade up and run her back and forth. I actually think it'd be a good little dozer. Clean it up. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat a D6D. These things are good little machines, that's for sure. Uh-oh, somebody's got the winch going. Well, I ran her back and forth just for a split second. Got oil all over the exhaust manifold, so it looked like it was wanting to try and spontaneously combust. So I just went forward, went backward, see how well it turned. I didn't get any of that on camera because I'm not thinking about camera stuff right now. You can smell it. That oil leak's gonna have to be addressed. So now what I'm thinking is just, what exactly am I going to have to do to this thing to be able to just take it out and use it, you know? Yeah, it fired right up and it runs real good, but I'm going to be into it a hose for sure. And then I don't think I'm going to have to get wild and crazy on the cylinders right off the bat, though they are going to need to be done before we get going on it hardcore. So right now, I know for a fact I'm going to be into it for a oil change, hydraulic oil change, air filters, fuel filters, hydraulic filters. Gonna need to check, I didn't check the tranny fluid or anything like that, and then I need to check that. Gonna need to check finals. Gonna need to, I don't know if these are like the D8s, where it's a good thing I'm doing this when it's down below cold outside, because there's wasps all over it that are pretty damn pissed off I'm driving their home around. Yeah, finals are right there. So before I could really go doing anything with it, I'd have to, you know, it's definitely not going to be something I could just get fired up and run out on a job. If we buy it, we're going to be buying it knowing that it's going to be sitting until probably, latest spring. So it would go up and sit at the railroad with the 160. So I'm gonna have to call and chat about it. You know, who knows, he might just throw in that hose and all that just to get her done. I mean, she's stiff too. I mean, she don't really want to turn worth of crap. She's stiff. She needs to be ran. I didn't run it very long either because it's low on fuel. So, but while we are here, take you over and show you a piece of my childhood. When anybody wants to know where I cut my teeth as far as running dozers, these two right over here. This old girl right here is a D6D. It's exactly like the one my uncle had, only his had a U-blade on it, not the rake. Ran the ever-loving crap out of one of these, unbeknownst to my parents. This one's got the Esco grapple on it too. I don't know where it's at. It's around here somewhere. He said he still has it. There's the old turkey rack. This thing here apparently has got a it apparently has a rod knock, but he did say he was thinking about getting rid of it. She's just too hammered for me to think about. Right here, I built a lot of road on, helped build a lot of road on one of these things, doing logging and whatnot. That right there is a good tractor, D7G. Good little tractor, especially for like what they're looking, these guys do with a lot of land clearing and stuff. So I don't know if this one's for sale. I'm sure that if I ask, he'd probably say yeah, it is, but I don't have any need for it. I need something either like that 6 or something like this 9. Now this is an 8, that's not a 9. This thing's been beat up. Holy cow. Beat hard. It came with the pit that he bought. Okay, so well, I think the jury's out on this one. I'm gonna have to go home and chat it over with the missus. See what we can think of on it. I think it'd be a good dozer to add, even having to do some work on it. I mean, he's got it priced right. Just have to go into it knowing that it needs work, not going into it thinking that it's a plug and play, ready to get going machine. What I'd probably do is if we bought it, I'd probably have him ship it right to Mineral, or see if, you know, his price, if he could. He's got it priced real low though. He's got it priced really low. It's a good price on it, honestly. It's right there in where it should be for what it is. So no, we're gonna have to do some. I'm gonna have to do some thinking on it. Definitely needs that oil situation under the hood figured out, and it definitely, before it goes and does anything, is gonna need some filters. So it's not plug and play ready to go. It's as is, where is, no warranties expressed or implied. But that being said, it's a good little dozer. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to say no and kick myself in the butt. I'm going to pass it up, kick myself in the frickin' butt for passing it up. So what I probably ought to do is just figure out a deal on it, knowing that it needs work, and then just go from there and then figure it out from there. Probably what I really need to do. So alrighty, we go check on the 160, and then we'll be getting down the road, head for home. Get there at like 10 o'clock tonight.